Hey, what's up, everyone? My name's Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Love and Marriage Huntsville. They are back from their hiatus. This is season 8, according to OWN. I think this is episode 13. We got like 3 more episodes or so when they go on their long hiatus. Anyways, I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and also, if you will, please subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed. And you can leave your comments below. So let's get into this episode. Alright, so I know people were like, oh, well, this show's been off for like 3 weeks. They could have did a little bit more. I said, maybe. But I was okay with this episode. It was a lot of talk, of course. Not a lot of confrontations, but you can tell that there is a build-up that is coming, and it looks like it's going to be on the future episodes. I won't say that if you have not watched the show as of yet, but there's something coming up. But if you are in the Huntsville YouTube streets, then you already know what's going to happen. So just for the folk that just watch the show and nothing else, I'll save it until later. All right, so now I forgot where I was starting at. I forgot where I was supposed to start at. Oh, Mel. Mel is doing her property preservation. Mel is doing her property preservation classes. She had been doing it online, but now she has students. She has like 2 type of ways that you can do it: on Zoom and also on the ground. Basically, you go out to the houses and you show what to look for and all that good stuff. Report it. That's a lot of money. And then she got the bright idea of, oh, I wish that Sunny was here because she likes to flip houses, and I know that she would love this. So she calls Sunny and she says, hey, I'm doing this property preservation course and and I'll be seeing you flipping houses and Yeah, I would have loved that. Now, y'all know I don't see it for Sunny. Now, for y'all that's just jumping on Sunny's bandwagon, good for you. I don't have nothing for y'all. Just, what is it? God bless you on your journey. Anyways, they were conversing a little bit, and Mel asked, are you coming to Kimmy's thing? She said, no, I won't be able to make it. But she says, I have something that I want to invite you to, but I'm going to talk to you a little bit later about it. Then they basically hung up from there. The next piece, I think I'm missing a part, unfortunately. Nell and Fletcher, they come together. He brings her some wine. They say thank you, and they talk a little bit about the therapy session. And Nell feels like, why was the focus on me and not on the rest of the folk, the children, as to why they were being there? And Chris was like, well, I think he was trying to get to the root as to what's really going on, as to why everything is out of control. And then she was like, yeah. They can talk to you, and they don't talk, and I can blow up from 0 to 100. I'm working on that. I get that. No, I think you're refusing to see the problem is in you as far as how your children receive you. Now, for now, they still come to you for monetary needs. But do they really want to fool with you like that? Probably not. And they may come over for some cooking for now. I don't know. But it doesn't look like they like fooling with you in that way, because they know that anything and everything that they got to say, it's full of critiques. Some people just like, at least listen. At least listen. Because, I don't know, it seems like in a way that you possibly could micromanage them or something, in a way that it's just like, okay, I get it, but let me make my own decisions. I don't know how it is. But obviously it is a big problem. So Chris and Nell said, that there's some things that we have to do that have to to change to make a difference in this whole thing, because nothing is being resolved. I think Nell also said, I always give out, but there's nothing really coming back in. I'm not really mad at nothing coming back to me as far as them paying me back, but I would just like to recoup some of the stuff, or just give me time where my finances aren't, I think that's what she's trying to say. Let me save up some more. Let me enjoy some of my money and not have to give it all out all the time. I think that's what she was trying to say. So, were there any other alone scenes before we move on? I'm trying to think, trying to make sure. Did anyone else have anything? Okay, so there's this tasting that Kimmy and Maurice are hosting, and it looks like it's just Kimmy because Maurice just is going to do him joking with Marceau being the smartest men in the whole wide world. Yeah, so there's this tasting. I think her name is, it's not Latoya, Lakeisha, I think it is. I think it is. I may be wrong. But anyways, there's this a small pop and shop that she's going to be, that Maurice and Kimmy, they bought the land and they built it up to look a certain way as to it can being a mom and pop shop. So this chef, she's going to be getting that space. And she wanted to get a tasting. She wanted to host a tasting. I guess Kimmy's hosting it, or at least bringing her friends around so that at least some familiar faces. And I love the idea. I think that that's kind of being pushed aside as something. I mean, you're pushing a black woman's business by having a group of the cast members of Huntsville come by and taste it. So of course everybody's having a little small talk about certain stuff that's going on, making their few jokes, of course. Marceau's got to be a smart aleck, da 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 da. Everything's kind of nice. Then the topic all of a sudden comes on to Destiny and Sunny and this whole situation. Everybody's got their own opinions about everything. Mel's sitting there soaking it up because she owes somebody something. Why? I don't understand. Like, I'm gonna say this. I think Mel and Tisha were messy for TV show purposes. Some of the things Mel said makes my eyebrow go up. If you want to call me a hater, I honestly don't care, but you better back it up with receipts. I had to get someone together last night about that, especially when my comment had nothing about hate, no type of energy. I'm asking a question of critique because I'm like, why would you? And I'm going to get to that in just a second. Like, don't come at me. And then you're trying to tell me, oh, your page is full of hate towards Mel. How? Show it. Where's the receipts? I mean, you follow someone and you like someone that always shows receipts when they make a claim. So show me. Show me. Critical thinker. Critical thinker. So she went on and I'm going to get back to the show. She went on and was too busy trying to say, oh, it's all in your tweets. You know what you said. I know what I said. So I need you to say what I said. Since I'm just this horrible person who hates Mel. I've never said that. You can't, there's no lick of evidence that says that. Have I not agreed with her? Of course. And if you are 100% agreeing with her, then something is wrong with you. That's all I got to say. So then she was like, look, I didn't come on the internet to go back and forth with a man, all in capital letters. See what we're not going to do? We're not going to play these manipulative games. As I told this individual that. We're not going to play this manipulative game. Now you're a woman and a man, but you came to my post and decided you wanted to go back and forth. Yeah, you wanted to go back and forth with a man, and now you want to use this whole gender role, misogynistic, hate women crap that y'all do on YouTube all day. Not over here. Love Mel if you want to, but be the critical thinker that y'all say that y'all are in your whole motto of being a mellometer. Even though now, don't call us mellometers. Don't say it's us because you don't want to be attached to some of how, because you don't want to be attached to the bad apples that are within the mellometers. That y'all say, oh, they just claim to be it. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And some of y'all just watch the other people be very evil and vile. And this wasn't supposed to be a mellometer thing. And I just let people critique what they need to critique. You know when someone is going overboard or just saying stuff outlandish about the person you like, call that out. But I wasn't doing anything outlandish at all. You're a critical thinker. So you know what to call out and what not to call out, but you choose to be the way you want to be. And at least over here, I'm going to stomp that neck. And you can take it as a man saying this to a woman all you want to. I don't care. Be manipulative and deceptive with someone else. So anyways, everyone has their opinions on this whole Sunny situation. Da, 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 da. Kimmy did give, Sunny, she did help me. She prayed for me, da, 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 when I was going through my cancer scare. Kimmy, from the beginning of everything, has said, things have been questionable. Like, I don't know. I don't think I would have done that. Da, 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 da. But now Kimmy's coming under fire from Mel because, well, I wouldn't have. I'm surprised that Kimmy is doing this, since she was there during the whole cancer scare. Or I don't understand how someone you don't really know, a producer who gives their good thoughts, they pray for you, all of a sudden gets this blind loyalty. And you can't be objective in a situation. Da, 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 da. I don't get that. And that's hypocrisy there. Just because a person was kind to you, I'm not supposed to say nothing. I'm supposed to be loyal. You're not my friend. You're not my family. You're not someone that I don't know. I just know that you're kind to me. If Kimmy was being hypocritical or anything to that nature, I don't think Kimmy would have even mentioned about Sonny's being there for her in any regard. She's still being objective. She's weighing her options. She did say that she thinks that it was more of a destiny feeling, like this was a friendship, and of course Sonny wasn't doing that. I get that also. So it is a tricky situation. For me, I just don't really feel for Sonny or Moses, and I don't understand why they're infiltrating this friend group. In the beginning, in the confessionals, Mel gets to say this, that I hope they're not doing this just to be petty. But then you're 10 toes down trying to act like nobody else can have a cross thought about who Sonny is. Because you don't know Sonny either, Mel. I think that they have picked you as a person to get her in the game with Huntsville. They tried to do it with Kimmy and Maurice, but they're not the strong force that could really get her to be presented and introduced into this group in a, I don't want to say fair way, but in a well way. Because you come with a lot, Mel. But you get to say what you get to say. You don't question them. I don't hear the questions. Now, if it's on the cutting room floor, fine. I don't hear the questions where you're questioning, is this? Now, when the first started at the beginning of the season, you were. I will say that. But that was in your confessional. I haven't heard you say anything to her audibly or Sonny audibly to say, I have some questions. So, whatever. They move on to the whole Trisha and Ken situation. They still are adamant about they were 2 years, they only been together for 2 years, da 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 da. They knew about each other from the internet from 2015, 16 or whatever. They had not seen each other until 2019, 2020 or so in the gym. He was actually kind of scared to meet up with her. When he saw her in the gym, he turned around. But anyways, prior to that, he would talk to her on the internet. If anyone that was talking or anything, it was me. And then when Ken said, when he came back around, I stopped talking. So this is my thing. I don't know how many people actually watched the interview with Marquez, with Dr. Heavenly and Mr. CarlosKing. The timelines are off. Ken is saying, and I knew when I heard him say something, when Marquez said this in the interview, he said that he had a job in Baltimore. It's like you ran right past that. So there was a time that you were away from your family, sir. And I think he did too much in that interview because still Trisha didn't do as much as you did to her in the interview. Even though you said in the beginning, I love the mother of my child and of children, sir. You did too much, and you did a lot of rambling. So, on one hand, what's his face? Maurice's brother. I can't even remember his name. Marcel. He was saying, I guess he was trying to be objective and be on both sides of the page. Somehow, having a conversation with a married woman is wrong, or some type of way. So, Mel brought that out. And she's like, I don't understand why y'all trying to act like just having a conversation. I understand what exactly you were trying to say, Ken. It wasn't nothing foul or whatever. So, Mel's in her confessional, I guess, because of y'all can't just have conversations with people and it not be anything flirtation or anything that breaks boundaries within the marriage or whatever y'all have going on in your specific marriage, but that's y'all. Not everyone's the same. Marceau and Tisha are in their confessionals like, well, I guess it's probably true, especially Tisha, that Martell was right about these conversations that she was having with other men while they were in their marriage. I'm not understanding that. We still don't know what these conversations were even about. We still don't know what was going on in their marriage at the time. I mean, obviously that there was some drifting apart on both sides. And Martell, you could say that you stayed too. Like, if these conversations were just so awful. No, you just want to find some way to look not as bad in any type of situation. That's a lot of pride. That's all that is. So they get off of that subject. Mel invites everyone to go speak in the hall. She asks Kimmy and Maurice, can we go speak in the hall? I have a surprise. And she invites the ladies to go, and she has these glass-filled containers, you know, like you get if you're in the Caribbean or something. That's usually filled with like sand and some other artifacts in there. She's inviting the ladies to St. Thomas. It's going to be a boat ride. And Tisha asked, you know, can we invite anybody? And she was like, yeah, you can invite a plus one. I'm inviting some of my single lady friends, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. This is the part where I'm saying that Tisha's being messy. Probably for show purposes. I don't even know why Tisha would really want anyways, anyways, that was it. They did enjoy the food. Just to get back to that black business, they enjoyed it. They made specific comments about green beans and I think was it chicken or something? I think it was. However, hopefully the business is a success. Now there's another separate conversation. Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny, they come together. Tisha's just staunch against Sonny or whatever, and she just thinks that Kimmy's just trying to be on both sides of the fence. She says, you know, with all that is going on, look, I'm still going to be Team Destiny, but I don't think that either, Kimmy, just to be honest. Like, and Destiny said that in her confessional with that same pink, horrible look. They say they team me, but all these meetups and stuff, it's got me looking, I think she said it's annoying. It's annoying. I agree, but I think because of show's purposes, I guess this has to be because for some reason they need to be here, and I don't know why. Kimmy and Sonny, Mel and Sonny, they meet up to go swim shoe shopping and also get some clothes for Sonny because she's a horrible dresser. I said that, Mel didn't say that, but obviously Mel is there to say, hey, we got to boost up your whatever's going on because the fashions that you wearing from St. Louis is not really hitting it. But hey, but this is a millionaire, right? She's making millionaire deals, right? Thank God she wore a bandana to cover up some of that forehead, but it looks like that's the way that she likes to wear her hair because she's in the confessional with it split down like Marsha Brady. So you could do for some bangs or an Aaliyah bang. That's all I'm saying. So Mel tells her about, you know, look, I'm inviting you on this trip, but I just want, I want to do something for you that I would want done for me, and to let you know that the women aren't really featuring you. And then she tells him about Kimmy. Well, she was like, she started off, but she had different things to say. Because Sonny was like, well, I thought we were pretty cool with our meetings and all that. But Kimmy also has had some objections too. She's had some questions about you, blah, 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 or whatever. So Sonny says, you know, I'm a little bit scared. I don't want to be attacked. You're on reality TV, and now you're trying to act like you were a producer for a reality TV, and you know nothing about whatever. But continue online. And Mel said, you know, I think it's kind of funny that it looks like they're projecting stuff because they don't know, they haven't put a face to what their men are doing. Da 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 da. However, they now got a face, and now they got all this energy for people that weren't engaged, they weren't married, they didn't have no 14 years, whatever, but they didn't even have the same compassion for me. They were taking Martell's side. Kimmy refused to call Ariane a side chick. Well, when we went back to the scene, she called her by her name. That was bleeped out. And then Martell gonna just say, oh, she's a side chick, don't call her by name. And Kim said, I'm not calling her that. So how do you equate that to that, Mel? I'm not saying that everyone has been 100% loyal to you, but some of your examples are kind of weak. And yes, people have said that Martell is still a good guy. We all were still thinking that you were still good, that Martell was a good guy. It's just like, we didn't know. Until the behind the scenes stuff started coming out, it's like, oh. I get what you're saying, Mel. However, Mel still wasn't completely innocent in everything that was going on. So I don't care. Say what you want to say. So anyways, I think that there are some things that are hypocritical of Mel in this whole situation. I think Mel still has some unresolved feelings for these people. She's trying to get along by doing the show. I'm not saying it's holding the show back because she's putting her foot forward in this, but it's like, it's still going to come up in some type of way. So I don't know if you're going to get over it or not. But she did say that anyone talking about girl code can kiss her ass. I said, okay, you can feel that way, Mel. There isn't. But I don't know how girl code you are. That's all I got to say. And I don't have any specifics, but I don't get that feeling from you. That's all I do have. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video. We're in for a good time on this boat ride. It looks like Kimmy and Nell, they get into it. So stay tuned. Until the next episode, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until the next video, peace.